I've been getting a lot of comments, messages, seeing you guys in person, all asking, am I going to punk rock bowling this weekend? The answer is no. Fuck no. Fuck that festival. I will never attend again. So I just want to put this message out so I don't have to keep repeating myself, because it seems like a lot of you are confused of why I'm not going. Why don't I just go to the club shows? Why don't I go to the pool parties? Why don't I just come hang out in Vegas? The reason is 10 years ago, I dated the festival owner, Sean Stern, and he clearly has a chip on his shoulder about it, because that nonsense last year, in case you missed it, was not valid. I was removed from the festival because of his petty, insecure self with me, because we dated 10 years ago. I've been in a committed marriage for the last 7 years. I've moved on. I've supported their festival. I've gone every year for the last 8 years. I've been a patron, paying money out of pocket, putting it into the Stearns wallets. So clearly, I didn't have a problem with him. But last year was the first year that I was there with my channel. My husband encouraged me. He was like, hey, go up to Sean and just be the bigger person and congratulate him on the 20 year in the festival. So I did that because it was amazing what they built. But he didn't know I had media credentials. Initially, I had been denied for the media credentials. So when he found out that I had them, he made it his mission to get me out of his festival. He made up a lie about me, claiming that the reason they removed me from the festival was because I had been filming backstage after they had repeatedly told me not to. That is 100% false. If they had given me the courtesy to ask to check my cameras, I would have gladly turned them over. I would have let them see the footage, and I could have proven my innocence that I was not filming backstage. Sean's assistant had come up and stripped us of our all access credentials because she came up with the bold lie saying, I saw them filming backstage. Let me take your credentials. I had an interview scheduled with a large artist at one of the club shows. We left, we came back. When we came back, we were pulled aside and told we would be removed from the festival. They were going on the merit that, again, I was filming repeatedly backstage, I was violating the privacy of the artist, just absolute crap. Then at which point, they paraded us out the front gates with punk rock bowling security, 4 police officers, 3 security guards, and punk rock bowling employees. Obviously, we're trying to make a spectacle of us, given that I am a known person. If it was a regular situation that I had just done something wrong, you broke the rules, get out of the festival, they could have taken us out the back. We abided by it, we left, because obviously there was no fighting it. We knew that this was a personal attack against me because of my dating history with Sean. Had I known that Sean was going to be such a baby a decade later because of our brief time dating, I never would have dated him. At the time, it was 2009, I was 21 years old, he was 50, and he completely took advantage of how naive I was. I was inexperienced, I was young, he seemed like he was genuinely interested in me, got what he wanted, never really heard from him again after that. Fully knew what he was doing, fully took advantage of the fact of how naive I was, and I've always regretted it. If I could go back in time to my then self and tell her, hey, stay the fuck away from this guy because he's gonna cause you trouble down the road, I would have. That night, we went to a club show to film the band set that I had interviewed. They were expecting me to show up to film their set to cut into the piece, at which point we were greeted with punk rock bowling staff and 3 police officers to tell us that we had been banned from all punk rock bowling events, including the free pool parties, all the club shows. They had put out a word on us. This is why I won't ever attend again. I've had many of the artists this year invite me to be on their list, but because it was a situation like that this was a personal attack because of our previous dating history, they could just do it again. They could make something up, just say, you're out, you broke the rules, it's a he said, she said situation. This is why I'm not going. What's the point? They'll do it again. Have you ever had somebody that you dated try to professionally tear you down, try to put you down just because you dated and they're so insecure that they can't handle it? It is a total bummer because I had some really good times with you guys over the last 8 years. I met so many amazing people through that festival. And yeah, it sucks to be cast out like this because of personal differences, because of somebody else's immaturity, because we had an intimate relationship. I'll see you guys at some of the other festivals. Thank you so much for the support. I fucking love you guys.